these GOATs, these names that we throw out, it's not going to just be a lot of those players. But the game continue to keep moving forward. And so we're going to continue to see things we've never seen before. And the eyes are going to get younger and younger. We're not going to be ones having a conversation about the GOATs. Now it's going to be the younger generation. And they're going to forget about Jordan like we forget about Kareem.
So there it is. There's the money quote. They're going to forget about Jordan like we forget about Kareem.
Say you my nigga, I'ma be your killer. Nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like fuck this glitter. Ski off third on bitches. I put it in for you, I spin for you. Whatever you with, I'm with it. How you gon' cost a nigga that rockin' with you? I got you lit in the city. I been multitasking, rapping and being the daddy to my little children. I been spending on business and spending until them dizzy. I do all the smack, you never step or help with none of you killing. You doing a lot of capping, watch when I catch, I'ma whack you in front of the witness. Damn, I knew you were tripping. We could've been superstars. Remember when we were jacking cars? Now it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch. Damn, I knew you tripping. We could have been superstars.
It's FYF Sports Medicine Lamont. We are back with another podcast episode, man. And today we got a special video for you guys. This is something that FYF Fred brought to my attention. Something I was just unaware of. And when I found out, when he put the pieces of the puzzle together for me, we came to a very surprising conclusion about the man on the thumbnail, Dwyane Wade, NBA Hall of Famer, champion, going to go down as one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. But it's unbelievable what this man did to FYF Sports. We're going to get to that here in a second. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. We are grinding to 100K subscribers this year. The year 22 is the year of 100K. Absolutely no excuses. We got to get there. Make sure you guys share the video, like the content, comment, do all those things to help get the content out there. And we're going to continue grinding. But today, we got to talk about it. So FYF Fred, he just sent me a whole bunch of links. I'm looking at my phone. And he sends me a link from complex.com. It says, D Wade says the younger generation will forget about Michael Jordan. Then he sends me another article from Rolling Out. Dwyane Wade says we'll forget about Michael Jordan. The Miami Herald also released a publication saying Heat legend saying Dwyane Wade says people will forget about Michael Jordan. The Black American Web, he's sending me all of these links. Dwyane Wade sparks debate by saying younger generation will forget about Michael Jordan. And it's just like, I mean, I understand. Look, y'all, I understand, man. It's hard times in sports right now. And people want to come with the hottest topics. You want to come up with unique takes that you've never heard before. But this particular take right here, there's only one person on the internet, only one person on YouTube that's spoken on this topic. And the original content creator of this topic is FYF Sports Debates. We did a video on February 17th, 2021. We did a live stream specifically talking about how Michael Jordan will be forgotten by the next generation. We were the first to say it. We were the only ones to say it because this is one of those takes. This is simply one of those takes that nobody is willing to address or even accept. All right. What a lot of people did, they kind of brushed our story to the wayside. That's a small publication. We're gonna minimize that particular video. We're not gonna let that video really hit the airwaves, man. We're gonna silence that particular video. We cannot be running around, and this is, Carcino for Life talks about these shadowy figures that control YouTube. These shadowy figures that control YouTube definitely did not want the truth to get exposed about Michael Jordan getting forgotten. And that is, and the problem with that is, see, the reach of FYF Sports, man. A lot of athletes, a lot of entertainers, a lot of famous people love to watch our videos. And Dwyane Wade actually saw one of our videos. But now what this man has done is he's taken this Take FYF Sports original take. You guys saw the thumbnail. Michael Jordan will be forgotten. He's taken our original take and stolen it as his own. And now all you see filtered throughout the internet about Dwyane Wade is stories. Dwyane Wade sparking these heated debates. Michael Jordan will be forgotten, as if this is some new conversation that these shadowy figures, remember Carcino speaks about them, these shadowy figures that hide behind YouTube, that control and manipulate these things. They didn't want the people to really know what was going on. You know, a lot of the people that control YouTube were 90s fans. They controlled the 90s. And when they heard my video, when they heard specifically my specific take on the 60, Dwyane Wade, if y'all listen to what he said, he didn't really know how to elaborate on it like we did here at FYF Sports. I took it to the next level. I really dove deep. You know, like Mookie Jones' podcast says, dive deep in those waters. Hopefully I said that right. But we really dove deep into why we felt Michael Jordan would be forgotten. If you guys haven't seen that video, a link to the original video, the original content creators of the Michael Jordan will be forgotten narrative, the link to that video will be in the description of this video. Just click it and you can watch the entire live stream. But for now, I'm going to play for you guys a quick snippet. I'm going to play for you guys a quick snippet of what we said back on February 17th, 2021 in regards to this topic. And then we're going to play what D Wade said. And the similarities are just unbelievable how he was able. Remember, this is our take. Michael Jordan would be forgotten is one of one. There are no others. Our logic behind it is one of one. There absolutely are no other people pushing forth the truth on this particular topic. And I was really, really displeased at seeing an NBA Hall of Famer such as Dwyane Wade going onto these airwaves and publicly not even giving us any credit. You got to at least shout us out. Give us credit. Let the people know where you got this original thought process from. Because again, what you want to do is, if you're going to explain to people or push the narrative that Michael Jordan will be forgotten, you got to push it correctly, because there are too many 90s fans out there that are not going to be very receptive to it. Remember, the goal here is not to push a narrative that Jordan is not the GOAT. The goal is to correct the 90s fan logic as to why he is the GOAT. Remember, 90s fans push the narrative that Jordan is the GOAT because of his 6-0. And we all know that logic will leave Jordan forgotten by the younger generation. Right? The younger generation, as I mentioned in my, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and play my clip. I'm going to play a quick clip from my original video, and then we're going to immediately after, we're going to get to Dwyane Wade's clip. I want you guys to hear the similarities in the takes.
Jordan will be forgotten. As it stands right now, go ask any 16, 17, or 18-year-old about Michael Jordan, and they're going to tell you about his shoes. They can't tell you, if you say, what did he do in 1996? They can't tell you about 1996. You know, if you tell them about, if you ask them about Bulls versus Blazers, you know, what did he do against the Blazers that was epic? They can't tell you about him making them 6 threes where he shrugged his shoulders. See, they can't tell you about that. They can't tell you that in one season, he was the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the league. They can't tell you that. They're gonna tell you about, well, I got the retros. I know how to go to the Go app and order these, you know, the 12s or whatever I need to order. They can tell you all about his shoes. Jordan won't be forgotten. If you're talking about fashion, if you're talking about culture, no, he's not gonna be forgotten. We are talking about basketball, and I'm just being honest with y'all. And it's because 90s fans keep yelling out 6-0. That's why. All y'all know how to say is 6-0. You know, and it's even on his shoes. What he got on some of his shoes? He got 6 rings on his shoes. That's all they know. They don't care about. They just know he has the greatest shoes of all time. That's what he's known for to the youth going forward, to this next generation. But see, if you ask this next generation, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds about LeBron, I bet you they can tell you more about LeBron's game than they can about his shoes. I mean, LeBron has some solid shoes, but they not really hitting like that. People ain't just wearing LeBron's as a fashion statement. They hooping them, but they not wearing the Jordan shoe. Jordan shoe, people wear Jordans to the club. Those are a fashion statement now. From the old heads to even to the new crowd today. They sporting all the retros. That is what it is. So let's not act like, I'm not going to run around saying but I guarantee you the good thing about Michael Jordan, y'all, is that he has his shoes to save his name. But with regards to his basketball legacy, y'all 90s fans ain't doing a good job of saving his legacy because y'all keep lying and bringing out myths about his game. Y'all not being honest about what he did and didn't do on the court, and y'all just keep yelling out 6-0. So now this next generation, y'all wonder why they look at LeBron as if he's the GOAT right now. You wonder why if you ask some of these young kids, they'll say KD and these KD and Steph Curry are the GOAT is because y'all running around talking about 6 rings.
And you see how we systematically broke that down, and that was just about 2% of the breakdown on the particular topic. We went into elaborate detail along with bringing multiple guests up to give their thoughts on it. And again, we dealt with a lot of guests, a lot of people, a lot of subscribers who were just in complete denial on this particular topic. This is this lane right here, this particular comment, this narrative, again, it's a topic that 90s fans are scared to truly address. Because what this will do, if 90s fans truly have to address this particular topic, they will have to give up the 6-0 logic. And I think 90s fans are so in fear of LeBron James that if they give up the 6-0 logic, they feel that there are too many bullet points that are going to place LeBron James over Michael Jordan. And it's just based out of sheer fear. But again, we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's hear D Wade's take now. D Wade's take again, as I already told you guys, not as elaborate, not as detailed, but again, you can tell where he mimicked certain sentiments from what we said here at FYF Sports, man. It's just like a complete copyright infringement on our take, man. You guys, check this out.
These GOATs, these names that we throw out, it's not going to just be a lot of those players. But the game continue to keep moving forward. And so we're going to continue to see things we've never seen before. And the eyes are going to get younger and younger. We're not going to be ones having a conversation about the GOATs. Now it's going to be the younger generation. And they're going to forget about Jordan like we forget about Kareem.
So there it is. There's the money quote. They're going to forget about Jordan like we forget about Kareem.
I mean, it's really not much more to say, man. It's really not much more to say here, man. That guy's this alone right here tells you the depth and the power of the Max Ether, man. Like, a lot of people be thinking it's a joke over here, but it's a lot of people out there that take our merchandise seriously. Now, D Wade, if you watching this, I understand that you felt like you were doing your research purposes only. That's a slogan that we have here at FYF Sports. D Wade, don't take that either. Don't go try to put that on t-shirt. We already got the copyright for that. But I know you're doing your research, but you gotta let the people know where they can get the foundational logic on this particular take. What you've done is you've left a lot of people just kind of straggling out there with this take. And a lot of people are saying, look at Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless reacts to D Wade's comment on Michael Jordan. He just goes ballistic and he takes it to a whole nother level. Right? He takes it to a whole nother level and starts, look, it wasn't about some of these things. Because, if you don't put the context behind it, somebody like Skip Bayless is going to take it over here in the left field. Right? D Wade see, when I'm looking at these titles, when I look at, remember, because you're a big time athlete. You know, when you say things on social media or to the public, it gets spread out to the entire world quickly, right? But see, now it says D Wade sparks debate by saying the younger. There's really no debate. This is a teachable moment. These are teaching lessons that we are handing out here. And what you should have did was you should have directed people, hey, look, you need to check out my man FYF Sports video where I got this take from, and he drops the full science behind this particular narrative. So now, what we have to do now is we have to begin our investigation on Dwyane Wade. What's Dwyane Wade's logic behind this? Because Dwyane Wade has vehemently come out and said that he feels Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Dwyane Wade is also from Chicago. He has a vested interest. In maintaining Michael Jordan as the GOAT. He's from Chicago. He watched the Chicago Bulls his whole life. Right? He idolized Michael Jordan. Some would say that his game had a lot of similarities to that of a Michael Jordan when you talk to the defense in the mid-range and the deadly mid-range shots. Inability to shoot the three. So when we look at this, is there an ulterior motive by D Wade to simply spark confusion on this particular narrative? That way it steers people away from the truth of the matter. And see, and again, we did an entire live stream February 17th, 2021, titled Michael Jordan Will Be Forgotten. But we went deep onto the topic. We really dissected this and explained to the people what was going on. See, the first thing people have to understand is, here at FYF Sports, we've said multiple times, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's not because of 6-0. Stop using the 6-0, because the championship logic is what got Bill Russell forgotten. Championship logic is what got Kareem forgotten. And this same championship only logic will get Michael Jordan forgotten. And it looks like D Wade is probably not a true believer in this philosophy, because I think it's potentially being slicks, similar to like a casino for life tactic. You know, some of these just shady tactics, man. So he's throwing confusion out there by stating this as if it's his take to cause confusion, and now you spark up, and now you have the Skip Baylesses and all of the Michael Jordan advocates jumping, you know, Chris Broussard and all these guys, they're all jumping to D Wade's comments, giving their thoughts as to, and see, if you listen to all main media's comments, the only thing that main media is doing is they're saying, oh, Jordan won't be forgotten. And a lot of them are using the same talking point that I ethered in the beginning of my video. You guys just heard me say it. A lot of them go to, oh, he won't be forgotten because of the shoes. That logic is not going to hold water. That logic is that we ethered that topic. We ethered that particular tape, and it's a very weak argument. So again, I compel you guys, man. Go watch the original video, man. Salute to D Wade for using our take here at FYF Sports, man. I appreciate him bringing light to this topic, but now that we are aware of his actions and what his agenda might be, we understand that he's from Chicago and there may be some ulterior motives as to why he's doing this. We have to kind of intervene now and interject. We got to get on top of this before this kind of spins out of control and people take this logic and simply throw it in the trash can, because you have so many talking heads in the media now throwing in their 2 cents to kind of muddy the waters on this topic, and it kind of confuses people, and no one is gonna get to the facts. So man, make sure you guys check out our video, the link to the original video, the original take, all of the facts in the description of the video. But we gotta do another investigation on D Wade, because this isn't good, man. How many takes has D Wade stolen of FYF Sports, man? Is this the only tape that D-Wade stolen? FYF Fred is on the job right now. FYF Fred isn't here right now because he's scouring through literally thousands of hours of video, right, of D-Wade and some of his talking points. And we want to see how many of his talking points mirror exactly that of FYF Sports. But we got to get to the bottom of it because, again, it looks like there's an ulterior motive here, and we got to get to the bottom. You guys know here at FYF Sports, we've had the LeBatman Lane series, right? We've had Judge Lane, right? You guys know we can get to the bottom of any particular dilemma, especially if it's 90s basketball related or Michael Jordan related. Man, we gotta ether this topic. We gotta stop it. We gotta get ahead of it before it turns into something completely different. Hey, but it's FYF Sports, man. It's been another great podcast episode. Make sure you guys spam this video up to Dwyane Wade. We need to get Dwyane Wade on the podcast to answer for these particular transgressions, man. The man took our take, and it looks like he has some ulterior motives going on here. We need to talk to that man directly. You guys spam up the video to D-Wade. Let's get him over here to FYF Sports, man, to answer for what he's done, man. And what we need to do is we need to put his logic to the test. Why is he saying Michael Jordan will be forgotten, right? And if he cannot answer those questions the same way we here at FYF Sports will answer them, then he will definitely be exposed for trying to, to sabotage and just kind of sully the minds of the youth, right? Just to keep and perpetuating this narrative that Michael Jordan always will be the GOAT, can never be usurped. And that's not the right way to go. That's not the right logic to use, man. And again, we've ethered this multiple times here on FYF Sports. Hey, but when we go live, we're going to be talking about this amongst other basketball topics. Got a lot of things to cover. A lot of videos are going to be coming out this week, man. We got to get back on the grind. Had to take a few days off. As you guys already know, we got the coaching thing going on. We're going to get back to it, man. We're going to give you guys all of these gems, live streams, videos, all of that's coming. Information on the FYF Sports Community Basketball event will be coming out this week, man. We need more players, man. We have about 72 hours. We have about 72 hours to add about 9 more players. We've had a lot of players back out of the event due to COVID or personal reasons. We need about 9 more players. And then we also need some more volunteers because we had a list of about 15 volunteers to help, and we've lost over half of our volunteers. Again, mostly due to COVID, some due to personal issues. So again, if we want this event to happen with no additional delays, man, you guys step up, man. Let's all show up to the first annual FYF Sports Community Basketball event. Let's make it something that we can do annually. But again, there's only way our sponsors are going to back us again on this is if we show up, we show out, and we make it an event worth covering. So you guys hit us up on our email, business@fyfsports.com if you're looking to participate. Babe, it's been another great podcast episode. We're going to be back with more sports and news. But until then, it's FYF Sports. And we out.
My nigga, I'ma be your killer. Nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like fuck this glitter. Ski out third on bitches. I put it in for you, I spin for you. Whatever you with, I'm with it. How you gonna cost a nigga that rockin' with you? I got you lit in the city. I been multitasking, rapping and being the daddy to my little children. I been spending on business and spending until I'm dizzy. I do all the smack, you never step or help with none of you killing. You doing a lot of cap, watch when I catch, I'ma whack in front of the witness. Damn, my nigga, you tripping. We could've been superstars. Remember when we were jacking cars? Now it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch. Damn, my nigga, you tripping. We could've been